everyone. Welcome. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad to see you all tonight. Get to do some readings for you tonight. So if it's your first time to the Level Up with Katie B Human Design and Tarot readings, let me just give you a rundown on how it all works. So to start with, I do a tarot card reading for each of the 5 human design energy types for the week ahead. And then after that, I do personal readings. Hi, Polly. Hi, Cindy. So good to see you. So if you'd like a reading, just drop your name into the comments or drop your hello into the comments, and I will start building a list so that after I've done the human design energy type readings, I will get around to doing the personal readings. If you don't know me already, my name is Katie and I'm an energetics and mindset coach. I help women embody their energetic gifts and step into flow by building positive, empowering mindsets so that you can create your most aligned and fulfilling life. So human design is all about helping you step into flow with life in a very fucking authentic way. It's about coming home to you, shedding the layers of conditioning, and that's what I help people do. Use human design and tarot therapy as well to help women trust themselves and build the confidence that you need to start prioritizing your desires, put yourself first for once, and start living your life on your terms. Hi, Shell. Welcome. Oh, Cindy. Yes. Polly, do you want a reading too? So I'll start writing a list now, but I won't make it too big yet. So if you don't know your human design energy type yet, if you're new to human design, first of all, you should know human design is all about your energetic blueprint. It gives you a toolkit that helps you navigate your energy body. It helps you learn how to use your energy with the people around you, with the universe in an energetically correct way, so that you can stop feeling like you're pushing shit uphill and actually start stepping into the flow of your life and really start embodying all those things that you came here in this lifetime to achieve. So yes, in human design, there are 5 different energy types. So the whole population is split up into 5 energy types in human design. So much like in astrology, where there's 12 star signs, in human design, there are 5 energy types. So that's what we're going to start with tonight. And if you don't know your energy type, then there's a link in my bio to submit a form, and there's a link in the caption on Facebook and YouTube to submit the form. Fill out your details. You need your birth time, because human design is a synthesis of astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah system, the chakra system, quantum physics. There's so much juicy goodness in human design, but where the planets were at both your time of birth and also 88 days prior to your time of birth, what part of what activates the different aspects of your chart. So to find out your human design energy type, you need to know your place, time, and date of birth. So you can pop your details into the form that I mentioned before, and I will get back to you in the next 48 hours. Hi, Spiral. Welcome. All right. So we're going to start with reflectors tonight because it's almost new moon time, and well, reflectors, 1 to 2% of the population, and they are the lunar beings. They have no defined energy centers. So reflectors absorb and amplify the energy of the people around them in a way that is none of the rest of us will ever understand. Reflectors are here to calibrate. They're here to reflect back to the rest of us how, as humanity, we are doing in terms of being in alignment with and heart-centered. Alignment with our heart, and heart-centered is what I was trying to say. Anyway, without further ado, I am going to pull a card for reflectors. So if you're a beautiful reflector, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. And this card is going to be for you, an energy report for the week ahead. Oh, hi, Kylie. Welcome. All right. Reflectors this week. Woo. Okay, reflectors, the High Priestess for the week ahead. Well, this couldn't be more appropriate, I don't think, for this Cancer new moon energy. I don't know if you don't already know, Cancer new moon, 28th, 29th of June, coming up. We're already starting to feel the energy of it. I definitely am. It's a beautiful opportunity to witness your emotions, actually like center yourself and give yourself a bit of love and attention. It's a really good time to do some inner child work. The High Priestess is She is the queen of the underworld. She helps guide us into those places. She navigates those places with us. She brings us messages in our dreams. She helps us liberate the messages that have been in our unconscious. And if you're willing to, there is always so much bloody medicine in our unconscious mind. Some of it can stay there, right? Sometimes we need to know when it's time to dive into our inner worlds, our emotional worlds, our unconscious minds. And sometimes it's a good idea and sometimes it's just not. So you will know, beautiful reflectors, for the week ahead, is it time for you to really center yourself in your own unconscious to help you heal or find the medicine that you have within you to help apply it to step into your next phase of evolution. So beautiful for the reflectors for the week ahead. Persephone, the High Priestess. I'm going to write it down so I can, because it's always, you guys will know, every week we get like a theme, hey? There's always like a theme that starts coming up. So I like to keep track of what's coming up. So the next card I'm going to be pulling is for generators. I am a generator and we are the most common of the human design energy types. 37% of the population are generators, and we are here to bring inspiration into form. We bring it into manifest form. We are the worker bees and we have a lot of energy. But the key to being a generator is really finding the work, doing the work that really lights you up. And the way to know whether you're doing that is to know what your strategy and authority are. So yes, your strategy, every human design energy type is paired with a strategy. And for generators, it is respond. You're also given this incredible tool called your authority, and your authority is what helps guide your decision-making process. So for a lot of generators, not all generators, but a lot of them will be sacral authority, which means they need to trust their gut, and getting in touch with their sacral response is a massive, massive part of being a generator. Yeah, Spiral's a generator, sacral generator. I am also a sacral generator. Hi, B. Yes, welcome. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to be pulling a card for the week ahead for all the beautiful generators that are here tonight. This is my card for the week ahead as well. So yeah, 37% of the population. It's lots of us. Oh, okay. So definitely on the theme of the Cancer new moon with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups gives us a beautiful opportunity to find peace through understanding of past situations, things that have happened in the past. When we think about the Six of Cups, using the Six of Cups as our energy for the week ahead, it's very much it's like quiet contemplation and yes, reflecting on how things have unfolded and using that to move forward with strengthened relationship, right? Like being able to apply what you have learned from the past to move forward with clearer vision and to apply it to become a stronger relationship. So the cups are all to do with matters of the heart, right? So whatever relationship you are in at the moment or that is forefront of your mind at the moment, generators, this is an opportunity for you to perhaps just retreat a little bit in terms of reflecting, like reflect on what has been unfolding. And then apply that reflection as you move ahead in the week ahead to use that wisdom that you gain from that reflection to help you kind of move forward with to strengthen your relationship. So, generators, Six of Cups. Hi, Brooke. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I haven't seen you in a while. So, projectors I'm going to do next, 20% of the population. And yes, what else can I tell you about projectors? Projectors are here to align us all with a better way of doing things. They're here to, actually a massive part of projectors' karma is to help heal the collective karma. So projectors are one of the newer energy types, and they came around when sort of humanity got the hang of living, surviving, being, And we got given the opportunity through our mastery of survival. We got given the opportunity to play, to create, to be more, to bring our soul purpose to fruition. And projectors came along to help us guide, to help turn things from, yep, this is how we get shit done, to, hey, I can see a more streamlined, I can see a more, what's the word I'm looking for? More streamlined, a better way of doing things. I think you get what I mean. So yes, projectors are 20% of the population, and they're here to guide, tweak, and correct, show us a better way of doing things. All right, so beautiful projectors for the week ahead. This is for you. Oh, yes. Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands for the projectors. I love the Knight of Wands. He is a firecracker and fun. He's a fun kind of, he brings swagger and pizzazz to everything he does. And the Knights are here to invite us, to teach us, to guide us a new way of, not a new way, of how we're going to move through the world. So they bring movement. And for the week ahead, projectors, this is your opportunity to tap into your inner Sasha Fierce or whatever your alter ego is. So if you're a projector with an alter ego that is fierce AF, then it's time for you to tap into that energy and use that as you step through life with a bit of energy, a bit of sparkle, with a bit of like, fuck, I don't give a shit who's looking at me. I am going to bring my A game. I'm going to put my fluorescent tutu on and walk the walk. Now, I will add that, if you're not an extrovert, that is absolutely okay. That's not what this card is about. It's about bringing your most authentic, sparkly expression. So if you're not someone that really has this loud, fluorescent tutu vibe, that is totally fine. Bring your most authentic, bold version of you into the way you move through the week ahead. Yes. All right. So projectors, Knight of Wands, such a cool energy, such a fun. I feel like he wants to party. Yes. Efficient. Thank you. You're talking about the projectors. Thanks, Spiral. Yeah. Do you know what I've noticed doing these lives? Thinking about these things is one thing, but thinking and speaking out loud at the same time is not as easy as it seems. But I'm getting better at it. All right, manifestors, 8% of the population. Manifestors are our beautiful initiators. They help, they're the trailblazers. They're here to turn inspiration into action, kind of like the Knight of Wands, hey? He's got this very he's an action card. All the Knights are action cards. So yes, manifestors are 8% of the population. Only one of the 5 energy types that doesn't require interaction from the other 4 energy types before they start taking aligned action. So the rest of the energy types need some sort of interaction before they take aligned action. There's a bit of caveats. It's not quite as simple as that. But yes, that's the kind of broad how it works. Manifestors get to initiate straight off the bat. They follow their urges and they initiate, and that's an energetically correct way for them. Hi, Holly. All right. Hi, Dave. Hi, Melanie. Oh, I'm so glad to see everyone tonight. So glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that I get the opportunity to do readings for you all tonight. All right, so manifestors for the week ahead. Let's grab a card for you. Okay, manifestors, the devil. Okay, so this week, manifestors, the devil is coming to invite you to witness those parts of you that you perhaps have been unwilling to look at, the bits of you that you think might trigger other people, the bits of you that you keep behind closed doors that you might be ashamed of. Here's the thing with the devil. This is shadow work, hey? The devil is shadow work. This is getting to embrace the shadowy aspects of yourself. Sometimes it might be things that you are overdoing in your life, things that you're not doing enough of in your life. This is, if you're a manifestor, this is for manifestors. If you're a manifestor, this is a real fucking solid sign that it's an awesome time to dive into your shadow work. And what is shadow work? Shadow work is when you integrate the parts of you that you feel most ashamed of, that you really don't want to show the world, integrate them so that you can actually get the medicine from them and move forward in your most empowered version. So yeah, manifestors. And again, this, like, a lot of the time, well, the way I do shadow work with my clients is through a combination of things. We work through multiple different stages of shadow work, but one of them is liberating your unconscious, your shadow through your unconscious. So hypnosis, meditation, all those things can be deeply helpful to get in touch with your shadow and really in a safe environment. I really encourage people to get guidance when you're doing shadow work. It's not that easy to do it by yourself. In a safe environment with someone that knows what they're doing is a great way to integrate the shadow aspects of yourself. So manifestors, that is for you for the week ahead. Man-gens, 33% of the population, and man-gens are the only human design energy type that are a hybrid of two different energy types. So they're part manifestor, part generator. And they embody kind of both, some elements of both of those other energy types. They have the sacral element to them as well, so similar to generators, but they're a bit more fast moving than generators. They tend to bounce from thing to thing a lot. And the reason for that is that they are quite efficient at knowing when they have learnt the lessons they need to know from a particular thing, and that they can drop it like it's hot and move on. Now, the trouble with being a manifesting generator is that conditioning, societal conditioning, will have them believe that they're a bit flaky for not following through with things all the time. And that is one of your biggest challenges to overcome, man-gens, is to trust, like, get to know the messages of your body enough, get to trust your own intuition enough so that you can back the fuck out of yourself when you have learned what you need to, when you stop getting, once you are not finding any bliss in the things that you are spending your energy on. Trust yourself to drop it like it's hot and move on to the next thing that's intriguing you, that's exciting you. And this is how you step into flow with life. This is how it's the universe's way with aligning you with all that's meant for you, and with the right timing, the right opportunities, the right synchronicities. Yes. So, man-gens, this is for you. Hi, the glow up is real. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you here. All right. Man-gens for the week ahead. Oh, the Knight of Pentacles, another knight for us. So the Knight of Pentacles, who got the Knight of Wands? Jenny. Projectors got the Knight of Wands earlier. So as I was said earlier, the Knights are all about how we move through the world. The Knight of Pentacles is a really awesome card. It's one that invites us to actually ground ourselves before we take the leap. How can you actually, what is the groundwork that you need to do to stabilize before you move into action, before you actually take that aligned action, right? Bit of a challenge for us all the time, really, I think, is slowing your roll enough to know that you can actually, we don't always have to be taking action. And in fact, sometimes the best action you can take is no action, to get really fucking clear on, first of all, what is your why for what you're trying to bring into the world? And then second of all, have you nurtured the ground you're on? Have you looked after yourself? Have you looked after your house? Have you looked after, all these things in our manifest world? So the pentacles are to do with our 3D reality. All the things in your 3D reality, have you got them tidied before you take the leap? So for the week ahead, man-gens, interesting card for man-gens, hey? I was just saying how manifesting generators tend to bounce from thing to thing, which is absolutely part of their energy. This card is inviting you to stabilize yourself before you take that next jump. So if you're a manifesting generator for the week ahead and you've been thinking, there's been some changes, you've had some niggles about changing direction, whatever that might be, And, it doesn't have to be anything huge. It doesn't have to be a life-changing event. It could be, it could be anything. Just this Knight of Pentacles inviting you to ground yourself before you actually take that leap. All right. So Knight of Pentacles for Mangens. So that's the end of the energy type readings for this week. So Reflectors, you got the High Priestess. She is Persephone, helping guide you between your, she is the queen of the underworld. And when I say underworld, I mean your unconscious realms. When Persephone comes up in a reading, it's usually because it's time for us to start taking notice of those things, like dream work, taking notice of any sort of unconscious feelings that have been coming up that may not have been addressed. There's magic in our unconscious, hey? Oh, so much magic in our unconscious realms. It's bloody ridiculous. So yes, the Reflectors with Persephone, the High Priestess. Generators, you got the Six of Cups, another sort of a card to guide us into reflection, quiet sort of reflection on what has unfolded, peace, finding peace through understanding past situations unfolding. So the cups are to do with matters of your heart. So whatever that means for you this week, beautiful generators. Projectors, the Knight of Wands, asking you to step into your most pizzazz, your most fired up, delicious version of you. And that doesn't mean that you have to be the most extroverted person in the world. It just means that you have to tap into your inner fire and bring it in the most authentic way possible that feels good to you. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, what feels good to you. Manifestos, I didn't write down which I pulled for you, and this is why I need to write them down. Someone will remember. Mangens, Knight of Pentacles, grounding yourself before you leap. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start doing readings for individuals. So I'm going to start with Polly on Instagram, then I'm going to do Cindy and Spiral on Instagram, then I'm going to do B and Holly on Facebook. So B, I'm going to, the Devil. Thank you, Amy. The Devil. Shadow work for Manifestors. I knew someone would remember. You guys are amazing. Yes, time to do some shadow work for the Manifestors. Oh, yeah. Who's that? Oh, Renee. Oh, Rena Kookaburra. That's a cool name. All right. Rena. Oh, Brooke. Yes, of course. Okay. So, Polly, this is for you. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm so glad to see you here tonight. Polly, for the week ahead. Ooh, I'm excited for you, Polly. I wonder if anyone's got new moon plans. Love a new moon. New intention setting, and I definitely am feeling the vibes for this new moon. Polly, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Chiron. He is the wounded healer. Chiron is inviting you to, you know what? He takes his deepest wounds and he turns them into medicine. But not only that, he guides other people through that process. He's kind of your connection to whatever it means to you to be spiritual. And the reason this card has come up is because it's one of those moments in life where it's like, how can you invite more spirituality into your daily practice to really nourish yourself? Take notice of those areas in your life where you actually need to give yourself a little bit of gentle kindness. And it's not this is more than the daily nurturing. This is there's probably something that you may not have been willing to acknowledge for a while. Maybe it is something that that is, kind of walks with you. But the message in the Hierophant is your biggest wounding is your biggest medicine. It's your biggest teacher. It's your biggest healer. And often it's not only just for you that you went through these things. Often we go through hardships in our lives to help guide other people, to be support for other people, whether it be your children, your family. But you have to be kind of willing to sink into that sort of spiritual aspect of your life that helps you know that you have that inner guidance, that inner compass, that inner you have all the resources you need to get that medicine from yourself. Yeah, Polly, awesome. Okay, Cindy, for the week ahead. Hi, Rosanna, welcome. Oh, whose birthday is it? Oh, Heather, happy birthday. Woo. All right, Heather, you have to have a reading. You're on the list. Oh, yes, love that. So 29th of June, hey? Or 28th of June. Oh, beautiful. Oh, Shell, yes, of course, I'll pop you on the list. All right, Cindy, this is for you. Hi, Wayne, welcome. So good to see you. All right. Cindy, this is for you. 5 of Swords, Cindy. Okay, so 5 of Swords is a bit of an invitation to, sometimes it comes up when we're feeling really a bit hectic, when we're feeling a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like we've taken a bit too much on, like we've got a lot on our plate and we're not really, we're not finding that we can get clarity on the way we're thinking. It's like we're scattered. We are feeling a little bit all over the shop is the best way I can describe this. And the way to really sink into the medicine of this card is to face your own limitations, face where you've perhaps taken on too much and what can you kind of offload, where can you help yourself remove some of the mental load by just tapping into like, actually, yes, exactly. Thank you. 100%. So it might be time to, sometimes with the 5 of Wands, it's actually really good to like legit just write down a list of all the things that you're feeling very overwhelmed about. And then how can I actually offload some of this stuff to help get some space, some mental clarity, to help ground myself, to have some mental clarity so I can move ahead not feeling quite so overwhelmed. All right, Cindy, that's for you. Now I'm going to do Holly on Facebook. No, I'm not. I'm going to do B and then I'm going to do Holly. B, welcome. It's so good to see you. Hi, Dave. Welcome. 1 of 4 jobs. Oh, yes. All right, Dave, you can go on the list. So I've got B, then Holly, then Spiral. They're the next 3. So what news have I got for you this week? Just what news have I got for you this week? Just that if you don't know your energy type, link in bio or link in the caption. And if you would like a weekly newsletter sent to your inbox that has human design embodiment tips and exclusive discounts to my coaching and tarot and human design readings, then there is a link in my bio and in the caption to sign up to the mailing list as well. Yes, so it's a good way to actually start learning about human design and also get embodiment tips each week straight to your inbox. All right. So, B, this is for you. B, oh. Let's see what comes up, B. The Hierophant again. Okay, so B. The only way that I can see this being in terms of a soulmate reading is the fact that Chiron is the wounded healer, right? Polly got this before. And he really is asking you, he's teaching you that your biggest wounding is your biggest medicine, and inviting you to step into your spiritual practices, step up your spiritual practices, whatever that means to you, right? Could be anything, whatever makes you feel in touch with something greater than you, that helps you tap into the universal flow of the cosmos, whatever makes you feel part of something bigger, and then use that feeling of connection to help learn, to help bring clarity to the medicine that you actually need from your wounds. Yeah. All right. So the Hierophant for you, B. Okay. Next is Holly. Oops. Holly, where are you? Holly, there you go. Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for joining me again. It's good to see you. Hi, Greg. Welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Cindy. Thanks for joining. So good to see you. I'm so glad to have everyone here tonight. I am, yes. So what I was saying before is this Cancer new moon, I am totally loving. I am more prepared for it than you will ever know, probably. I just feel like, sometimes doing your own healing work is actually quite difficult. Why? Because it can be a little bit painful. It can be a bit challenging. And sometimes I dip my toe in and go, do you know what? That doesn't feel too good. And then I dip my toe out again. And it's time to double down on it for me. So I've got the support I need. I've got my coach, and I'm going to be getting some massages and doing all sorts of good things to help me manage myself through this Cancer new moon energy. It really is a good time to do some inner child work if you've been putting it off. The energy of this new moon will support you through that. All right, so Holly, this is for you. Oh, beautiful. Holly, the Queen of Swords. She's one of my favorites because I struggle with boundaries, and I wonder if you do as well. The Queen of Swords comes up for us often when we are being invited to respect our own boundaries, be very clear with ourselves about what our boundaries are, why they're important to us, and then using our voice to implement those boundaries. The Queen of Swords is inviting you. If you imagine yourself stepping into the energy of her, she is going to be like the bouncer at your front door, turning people away when you haven't got the time, the energy, the resources, or you just cannot be bothered with them, right? Like, you don't need a reason to implement your boundaries. None of us need a reason to implement our boundaries. Our boundaries are sacred. Oh, good, Polly. I'm so glad. Yes, our boundaries are sacred, and you don't need to justify them to anyone, right? So the Queen of Swords is coming up for you, Holly, to give you the encouragement to help you step into your power and enforce your boundaries wherever you need them. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, so that was for Holly. Spiral on Instagram. This is for you. Thanks for joining me again. It's so good to see you. And then Rena on Facebook, and then Brooke on Instagram. So Spiral on Instagram now. This is for you for the week ahead. Oh, we've had some cards flying out. Oh, yeah. Oh, Three of Wands, Spiral. So Three of Wands. So the wands are to do with our creative passion, our soul purpose, our drive to bring our creative vision to life. It's our soul purpose. It's what gets us out of bed. It's what lights our fire. And the three is a moment of initial sort of recognition, initial completion. Things are looking really good. It's a solid foundation for what it is that we're bringing with passion and drive to the world. So when the three comes up, it might be a good time to just, first of all, settle yourself and just really get clear on what have you done to get to where you are? What have you done? How are your foundations looking? Can you celebrate the work that you've already done to bring your passion to purpose? Can you just really roll around in the bliss of the hard work that you've already done? Doesn't really matter where you are at on your ride of bringing your passion to purpose. What it does, it's just asking you to notice and celebrate the success you've already had and check in with the foundations. What have you done to create solid foundations for yourself at the moment? Recognize it and use that information to propel you forward as well. You're welcome, Spiral. All right. So next is Rena on Facebook. All right. So you guys I should have already said this at the start, but in terms of soulmate readings, the readings that I do are more about an invitation for what you need to pay attention to for the week ahead. Soulmate readings really need to be done in a one-on-one tarot setting. For me, for the way that I do my tarot readings. So other people might do it differently, but if you do want a full soulmate reading, I do offer them, but you'll have to book it through my website. And there is a link actually in the captions and in the link in bio for tarot readings. From the 1st of July, the price is increasing and I'm reducing my availability just because everything is, my business is growing, my life is growing. And so I'll only be doing 4 private one-on-one tarot readings a month, and the price will be $88. But between now and the 1st of July, you can still book for $50, and I've got bookings available. But in terms of readings, for the personal readings for this, for my live events, my intention for you guys is to get whatever you need to be paying attention to for the week ahead, for your highest and best, for your greatest evolution for the week ahead, to really help you ground in the moment and know what you need to be focusing on. All right, so Rena, this is for you. Oh, awesome. I love this card, Rena, because it is one of those cards that help, it's asking you to witness the wild, untamed aspects of you. And why? Because that is what helps us sort of overcome major obstacles in our life, is when we've actually let ourselves witness and integrate the rage, the anger, the wildness inside of us. We're all just animals, really, right? And really taming that animal instinct to help use it as a tool to help you move forward, to help overcome any sort of challenges that you have moving forward. So Rena, I would say for the week ahead, this is really, it might be a time for you to, sometimes it's about actually letting your rage out, like not suppressing any anger that has been perhaps bubbling. Just knowing that the savage beast within you is actually part of what gives you so much courageous energy to move forward towards matters of the heart. So yeah, no longer suppressing, like harnessing that animal instinct that you have. And when I say animal instinct, it's really like this anger, like imagine like a ferociousness of a lion, and taming that so that you can then move forward with this incredible armor that is like, can penetrate anything. Like it makes you so fucking strong when you integrate your wildness. So that's for you, Rena. Next up is Brooke on Instagram, and then Heather on Facebook. I need to find your name. Oh, 28th. Yes, Heather, it's your birthday. That's right. Woohoo! I'm excited for you. All right. So, Rena, got strength. Brooke, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, yes, I know. Well, I'm trying to fit them in around my flying roster, and my roster is hectic at the moment. So I've been trying to do them as on Monday nights, obviously, but if not, I'll be here Thursdays or Fridays. But yeah, I'm glad to see you. Okay. Yes, isn't the world getting busy again? Maybe we should have all appreciated the quiet time that COVID brought. Oh, Ace of Swords, Brooke. Yes. Oh, honestly, hey, got to look after ourselves. Definitely got to look after ourselves. So, Brooke, the Ace of Swords, love her. Athene, she is your ability to use your intellect and your critical thinking to look at things from a new creative point of view, right? With the Ace of Swords, it's a potential for new energy in the terms like a new way of thinking, a new creative way of thinking to help you move forward. So sometimes it means zooming out, hey, like zooming out to get a broader perspective of things that are going on in your life. Maybe it is time for you to, if it doesn't really matter what it's in regards to be honest. Oh goodness, Brooke, I thought I was about to say Holly. Brooke, to taking a zoom out to apply some more sort of a broader perspective, that sort of projector energy, hey, like sitting on the branch, looking down at your life and going, hold on a minute, what is it now that I see so clearly is not working for me? What can I do differently? Like tapping into that creative potential to come up with new ways of being. Yeah, awesome card. Well, they're all awesome, really, aren't they? It just depends on whether we're willing to take the medicine. All right, Heather, happy birthday. Oh, I'm so glad. What have you got planned for your Dave? I've written you on the list. Yes, I have. Why? Perla, Dave. What is this? No, I won't. I've got you written down. All right. So, Heather, new moon plans, my birthday celebrations. All right. Let's see what energy is in store for you. You're welcome, Brooke. Thanks for joining. So good to see you. All right. Heather, what do you need to be? What needs your attention this week? Oh, 5 of Wands. Okay, Heather. So the 5 of Wands comes up. I have come to learn, my experience with this card is it's actually inviting me to, it's a time when you're feeling a little bit scattered, a little bit like there's a bit of conflict going on. And in this card, so this is Jason fighting the dragon, and the wands are to do with our passion to purpose, our creative fire. And in this card, Jason is fighting the dragon. The head of the dragon is your soul purpose, and the tail of the dragon is like the lessons, the karma that you've already learned from, and applying both of those to overcome the scatteredness, the feelings of potentially not enoughness that are showing up for you. So how can you keep your creative vision as your North Star to keep moving towards by bringing your lessons from your, what's the word I'm looking for? The things that you have already mastered in this lifetime, applying them so that you can step towards what it is that you're trying to manifest. Does that make sense? Yes. I hope so, Heather. So, yeah, I guess my message to you for the week ahead, Heather, is really trusting in and reflecting on what you have already mastered so that you can apply that to bringing whatever your creative vision is to life. Okay, Shell and then Dave. Yes, Jill. Oh, yes, Rosanna. I'll write you on the list too. Rosanna and Jill. So I've got Shell up next. Can't find you on here. Maybe you're on Instagram. Doesn't matter. I'm doing this reading for Shell. Chell is what I wrote down. For the week ahead, what needs Shell's attention? What are you being called to pay attention to? Okay, awesome, Heather. So good. Yes. And that card actually as well, Heather, Jason has Medea standing by his side, hey? She is the sorceress. She is a source of support for her, for Jason, sorry. So sometimes that card is asking you, like, how do you feel about asking for help, because it might be time to do that to help you. Yeah. It's a big question though, isn't it? How do you feel about asking for help? I don't think it's that easy for most of us. All right. So Shell, this is for you. Oh, 10 of Swords. Okay. So Shell, Brooke just got the Ace of Swords, which is, an uprising of new creative ways of thinking to move forward. Now, the aces are pure potential. The 10 of Swords comes when it's the Ten of Swords is, again, applying creative thinking to be able to navigate times of anxiety, times where you really feel like you've actually got too much on your plate. So some questions you might like to ask yourself, Shell, are like, where have I taken on too much? Why, like, what am I willing to lay down my swords for, and kind of see where I can think about things from a different, new creative perspective, so that I don't keep getting stuck in the same old cycles and keep getting overwhelmed, keep getting anxious. Like reducing the load a little bit, reducing the mental load, especially, Shell. So what can you do for the week ahead to help reduce your mental load, to help reduce any feelings of stress and anxiety? Are there people that you can ask to help take the load off for you? All right. Oh, Tony, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. So Tony's on the list. So next is Dave. Now, Dave. All right. So Dave, what are you being called to pay attention to for the week ahead? This is for you. Thank you for joining me, Dave, and thank you for your patience, everyone. I really appreciate it. I usually get through like almost 20 people each night, so it's just a matter of relaxing. I'll get there. All right, Dave, this is for you. Oh, Shell, you're on Instagram. I was looking for you on Facebook. I'm glad I didn't keep looking. Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks so much for coming. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. 5 of Swords, Dave. Yeah, so 5 came up for someone else recently. And again, the swords are to do with our critical thinking, right? Our principles, our intellect. And in the 5, there is very much this feeling of overwhelm. It's a card of really facing your limitations, like knowing, like, sometimes it's a card of like, oh, what have I done to pile too much on myself right now? And really getting clear on like, how can I? So in this card, Apollo is holding the 5 swords, and Apollo is the sun god. He is always there to guide us and warm us. And in this card, he is there if you're willing to take that energy, if you're willing to kind of bask in the glory of the sun, which will help warm you and guide you. But the 5 is a card of a bit of chaotic thinking and not having a lot of clarity on what's going around. So the invitation is to like settle yourself. It is really about settling yourself so that you can see more clearly. One of the 4 jobs I've been if you're going to get one of the 4 jobs you've been shortlisted for in Sydney, please. Well, as I said before, the readings that I do are more about, they are absolutely about guiding you to what needs your attention for the week ahead. And in terms of your situation that you're in at the moment, I would say that there is a lot of chaotic thinking probably, and you've got a lot on your plate at the moment, and actually grounding yourself and giving yourself, like how can you create more space in your brain so that you're not caught in this cyclic thinking, like start to break out of the cyclic thinking and so that you can gain clarity. It really is a card of like turbulent energy in your mind, Dave, and the invitation is to like ground yourself so that you don't get caught up in that, to break free of it. How can you ground yourself? Okay, so Rosanna on Facebook. Let me try and find Rosanna. Oh, Rosanna's on Instagram. Jill is on Facebook. Rosanna, thanks for joining me. So Rosanna, Jill, and then Tony. That's my list at the moment, but we've still got heaps of time. So thank you so much for your patience, everyone. Now, yes, if you don't know your human design energy type, link in bio or link in caption. If you would like to start learning more about human design, you can follow me at Level Up with Katie B on Instagram. And also you're more than welcome to join my mailing list where I send out weekly newsletters with embodiment tips, both tarot and human design. I love to use them both together. Yes. All right, Rosanna, this is for you. What needs your attention for the week ahead? Oh, Rosanna, the Hanged Man. So, the Hanged Man. My relationship to this card is, well, all of the cards are evolving every, all the time. And my relationship to the Hanged Man has really changed recently. I feel like there's a whole new level of understanding in terms of the fact that this is like, the Hanged Man is the card of sacrifice for the greater good, right? It's a heart-opening card. It's like being led by your heart, knowing that you're the one that can take on maybe more load than the people around you at the moment. Maybe you are being a bit of a rock for people, and maybe that is starting to feel a little bit heavy. But the message in the Hanged Man is like, you wouldn't be put in this situation if you couldn't handle it. And it really is about tapping into your heart space and letting your heart guide you so that you know when you don't have to do it anymore, right? Like, know when you're ready to pass the baton on to someone else. Know when you have given what it is that you can give from an overflowing cup, not from an empty cup or a half full cup. Knowing exactly how much you have to give and knowing that you're doing it for a greater purpose. It might not be it might not be about you. It might not be whatever your attention is on at the moment, might not be necessarily about you, but it is very much from the heart space that you are giving your time, your love, attention to people. And it will be massively appreciated for sure. But the key, Rosanna, is to not see it as sacrificial. Like, if you're feeling like you are not, people aren't seeing you, or it's feeling very coming from a place of lack, then it might be time to reassess, because this is a heart-centered giving that comes from the Hanged Man. Yeah. Okay, so Jill on Facebook, and Kylie, did I write you? Sorry, Kylie, I think I may not have. You're on the list now, Kylie. So Jill on Facebook, let's find Jill. Thanks, Holly. Oh, you guys are the best. I'm so lucky to have such beautiful people to spend my Monday nights with. Jill, there you are. Jill, this is for you. I hope you've had a beautiful weekend. Oh, Perla, thank you. Oh, you were, Perla, you were Dave's advocate. I better put you on the list. Sorry, Perla. All right, Jill, this is for you, then Tony, then Kylie, and then Perla. Okay, Jill Crawford, thanks for joining me. Oh, yes, I'm so glad that you're here. All right, Jill, what needs your attention for the week ahead? You're kidding. Okay, this is the third time the Hierophant has come up. Maybe this is an energy report for all of us this week, and not super surprising. Again, with this, there is a lot of diving into our inner realms with this Cancer new moon. But the Hierophant is Chiron. He is the wounded healer. He is giving us a message that our deepest wounding is also our biggest medicine. He is teaching us that sometimes that medicine is for us. Sometimes that's to be shared with other people. And Jill, the question I have for you is, do you know what your deepest wounding is? And have you felt like, have you had the guidance, the support, all that you need to help you through the process of integrating that and being able to apply it to your life so that you can use it as your medicine? The Hierophant can come up when it's time for us to really tap into our spiritual, our spiritual selves, whatever it means for you to be connected to the greater purpose of life, to be connected to the universe, to God, to spirit, whatever your spirituality looks like, Jill. The Hierophant is inviting you to, use that to help you heal your wounding and to help you bring that medicine to yourself and to other people. All right, Jill, that was for you. And now I've got Tony on Facebook. Oh, you're so welcome, Rosanna. Thank you for joining me. Tony on Facey. Let me find you. Tony. There you go. All right. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Tony, what is calling for your attention for the week ahead? Imagine if we got imagine if you got the Hierophant, Tony. I think I'd put my cards down and say we all need the Hierophant. We all need to reconnect with our, what it means to be connected to spirituality for us, to witness our wounding in order to help heal and use that as medicine. Let's see, Tony. Oh, Six of Swords. I love the Six of Swords. It's a very, it's like a light card. It's like we have had a lot of swords tonight. We've had a lot of the turbulent mind aspect of the suit of the swords. And the Six of Swords is one of the swords cards. It's actually a moment of clarity. It's like, move boldly forward, knowing that you've actually conquered a lot of the anxiety and the turbulent moments of mind, when your brain will not calm down. The Six comes up when we can take a breath and actually there is no looking back, right? You've learned what you needed to, and now you can apply that to move boldly forward. Like, he's standing upright. He feels confidence. He's going boldly forward. And that is the energy for you this week, Tony. It's like, don't look over your shoulder. You've been through it. You've dealt with it. And now you can it's like, I can see clearly now the rain has gone. Hey, that's the energy of this card. So beautiful energy for you for the week ahead, Tony. Kylie on Instagram, and then Perla on Facebook. Yeah. Who else? Oh, Luciana. All right, I'll write you down as well. Okay. Perla. Let me put yours up there while I'm... There we go. You don't have to draw your own now, Perla. All right, Kylie, this is for you. Oops. Kylie is a beautiful projector. What did you get? The Knight of Wands. I don't know if you saw, Kylie, but I pulled Knight of Wands for projectors, bringing a bit of pizzazz and sparkle to the week ahead for you. Such a cool energy, hey? It just makes me think of Beyonce or like David Bowie. That's a Knight of Wands to me. All right. This is for you. Stop it. You guys. Like, I'm not... I've been shuffling. I've been, this is... Okay, Kylie, the Hierophant, the Wounded Healer, Chiron, inviting you to connect with your spirituality, to witness your greatest wounding in order to bring your deepest medicine to yourself or to the people around you. You've probably already heard me say this to the last 4 people that got this card. It is a massive energy for us all. I think we can all, everyone who's been watching can all agree that this has been a massive theme for us tonight. I don't think ever have I pulled the same card this many times. So the Hierophant is really, it's time for us to get in touch with what it connects us to the bigger picture, what connects us to our purpose, to our spirituality, to being part of the great cosmos, to the great divine plan that none of us really will ever know. How can you tap into your spirituality to feel like you are part of something bigger and help you witness your own wounding so that you can apply it as your biggest medicine? It is hilarious, Kylie. So good. So good. All right, Perla, this is for you. And then Luciana. So funny. Like, honestly, I think we should all be putting Chiron on our altars for the week ahead. Getting in touch with our spirituality. What does that mean to you? I wonder. What does it mean to me? Getting in touch with my spirituality usually means spending a bit more time in meditation, a bit more time in quiet contemplation, a bit more time actually communicating with spirit and the universe. Yeah, what does it mean to you? Each of us will have our own connection with spirit, hey? Okay, Perla, this is for you. Oh, Six of Cups. Beautiful. So, Perla, Six of Cups is, someone else got this earlier. Six of Cups is that time where we can, well, cups are to do with the matters of the heart, relationships, and it doesn't matter what you're in relationship through. This card brings peace through understanding. You've learned a lot. You've learned a lot from your past relationships, from the matters of your heart. You've got this inner wisdom, the wisdom of the heart that actually is allowing you to reflect and learn lessons and apply them as you move forward. So, the Six of Cups, it's not for no reason, right? There is this reflection because it's trying to guide you towards a stronger relationship. It's like this is a moment to just really trust that all these things that you've been through, all the wisdom that your heart has soaked up and you've learnt from is actually guiding you towards a stronger relationship. Now, it doesn't matter what the this might be a romantic relationship, it might be friendship, it might be your relationship with your career. Only you will know that. It'll be what's at the forefront of your mind at the moment. But the message in the Six is that there is, your heart has gained wisdom, and this is like a time of reflection so that you can actually use that heart wisdom to build stronger relation. Okay, Luciana. Oh, you're welcome, Kylie. Thanks so much for coming. It's good to see you. Luciana, this is for you. And oh, yeah, Luciano. Oh, great. Thanks for coming, Luciano. It's so good to see you. So everyone, it is 7:30 Australian Western Standard Time now, which means my hour of human design and tarot is coming to an end. But I'm so grateful that you all came here tonight. I'm so grateful for your patience, because I know there's a lot of people. Yes, Pearl, are you laughing at the Hierophant? Kylie, yes, so many people resonating with the Hierophant this tonight. So yes. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're so welcome, Perla. All right, Luciano, this is for you. For anyone that doesn't know their human design energy type, there's a link in bio, link in caption for you to fill out that form, and I will get back to you in the next 48 hours so that you're ready to go for next week's live. If you want to join up to my mailing list, there's a link in bio and link in caption for that as well. And you will get human design embodiment tips and tarot guidance as well through your inbox. What else can I tell you? My tarot one-on-one readings are going up in price from the 1st of July, and I'm also reducing availability. So if you want a one-on-one tarot reading, now's the time to get it. $50 until the 1st of July, and then they're going up to $88, and I'll only be doing 4 of them a month from the 1st of July as well. All right, so Luciano, this is for you. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Luciano. So the Wheel of Fortune is sometimes known as the card of fate, hey? And that kind of fate that we really have no control over. But the way that I really love to see this card is that the wheel is always turning, right? There are always things happening beyond our control. The universe has a way of, our life has a way of unfolding. We have karma. There are so many things at play in our individual lives and in the broader community all the time. The wheel is always turning. And the key to embracing the energy of the Wheel of Fortune without it feeling uncomfortable is like centering yourself, really getting grounded in the moment, being present with where you're at. If you reach out, that's when, the Wheel of Fortune is inviting you to be present in the moment so that you don't start reaching for stuff without realizing where you're already at, realizing what is your why, what are you working on at the moment, what are you grounded in at the moment. Stay grounded so that you don't kind of propel yourself forward before you're ready to. Stay grounded in the moment so that you can experience life in all its beauty and that part of fate that you're already living in. Let's not bypass what we're already living in. Let's just live in it and enjoy it and enjoy Oh, beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad, Luciano. So yes, really ground yourself, center yourself. Get where are you at the moment? Try not to try not to bypass anything that's kind of in your external reality at the moment. It's there for a reason. There are gifts in it, and the wheel will always be turning, right? So we may as well enjoy the fucking ride. Yes. All right, that's it from me tonight, team. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to read for you all. I will be here. Oh, I'll be here next week. I'm not 100% sure what day, but keep an eye out on my social media at Level Up with Katie B. Lots of human design embodiment tips there. And yes, have an incredible new moon in Cancer over the next few days, over the week. Enjoy it, look after yourselves, and I will see you next time. Mwah.